Welcome back to the casino, specifically the Allure Casino, where it is the site of a former witch hunt and our TV show, Spook Sleuths, led by Chaz Bowser.
Hey, welcome to Spook Sleuths. Oh boy.
Yeah, hey Chaz, can you give us the rundown of what happened so far in this episode?
Oh man, we heard this casino was super haunted, so we decided to check it out. And boy, it did not disappoint. We met a creepy old concierge who said that people meet their bitter end here. And all the players seem to be at the end of their ropes. Or maybe that they've been hanged in their ropes. You see, I've tried doing a ropes thing. It's like they were hanged with their ropes, but they're at the end of their ropes. They're bad. They're creepy and they're old. All the players are old and seem kind of dead. We've been there's just a lot of weird stuff with the decor, stains on the walls, weird cards. And a slot machine that's going nutso banana sauce over here. This is no casino that I'd perform in. That's for sure. I'm a comedian. I am available for bookings for stand up at casinos across the country, but I wouldn't perform here. That's for sure.
You're also not allowed to be within 200 feet of a college or university.
That's true. But I think the court they just completely misinterpreted what I said on my podcast. They didn't get it. They took it out of context. Listen, I'm just asking questions.
It's cancel culture is what it is.
I'm just asking questions about the age of consent. I should be allowed to do that on my podcast. Okay, freedom of speech.
And that's where the intro music goes. Alright, so we are back. I am Luke, your game master and the director of this. He, him, sometimes they, them. We are joined by classic cast members Madison.
Ew. Playing Snap Castle, the camera person for this game.
And Eric, aka Rhythm Bastard.
Yes, and I am playing Jace Venser, a top-tier Yu-Gi-Oh! Player, because I know all about how to play the game Yu-Gi-Oh! And my name is Yu-Gi-Oh! Reference, totally. Don't bother looking any of those words up. And he totally believes that the heart of the cards will get them to crack this caper.
And then we have our two special guest players. Jeffrey, who you've already heard.
That's right. He, him, and Chaz is the host of the show, former stand-up comedian who had the recurring part of Kenny, the bartender, on the hit show Palsies. Now on streaming.
You gotta get those residuals. And Clavey.
Hi, I'm Clavey. My pronouns are they, them, and I'm playing Dr. Bartemeus Stillsworth.
Alright, so y'all have been in the slots room checking out the weirdo ass slot machines here that are making sounds that shouldn't be going down. We need to determine what our final room though is going to be and what the provocation will be.
I feel like the final room should be like the nerve center or, the security room where they kind of keep track on everybody.
Yeah, the pit. Like, it should be in that back room, back past the security guard.
I feel like
that's cool.
That or like the manager's office.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like where they take you when they need to, either when you fucked up.
Exactly.
Cool. I could go either way. I like a pit because it's got all those TV screens on it, which are creepy. But I like a manager's office because people die there. So I think that either one works.
Well, we could do one more room to get us fully back into the vibe and then head into the manager's office.
Okay.
So we head into the pit first. And let's go. Who hasn't started off a description so far?
I don't. I'll start off. I'll jump on this grenade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like the pit, the security room, not the I don't casinos. How do they work?
I mean, the casino pit is typically the area that has like the tables for blackjack, craps, and roulette.
Yeah, and that's where we just came from.
Yeah, because that was broken into the two sections that we investigated in the first episode.
Right, the card room. So like,
Yeah, we're going to the security office or whatever.
yeah. All right, so we're going to the security office. And like just CRT monitors everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like this place is the last remaining stand of the cathode ray tubes, and it's a little unnerving. Not a flat screen in the house. There is like one lone security guard there, and he's pecking away at a keyboard. It's those really old computers where like they don't even have windows. It's just green text, and he just kind of like pecking at things.
Mm-hmm.
And, Jace is just taking note of all the very outdated technology. Like, I cannot stream on any of this, but I can pretty sure get that CRT monitor to run Doom.
And what weird things is Snap seeing in here?
I think that most of these CRTs have been here since like the beginning of this casino, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're old, and thus they're also afflicted with having that sort of screen burn effect, to the point where even though they're on right now and taking video, presumably, of what's going on outside, you can't see anything on these.
Or would it be something where, like, if you changed it to another channel, like, you would still see the same, like, roulette tables, and, like, the screen's images are so burnt in that it's, like, left a physical impression on the TV?
Yeah, like, even if you tried to, like, switch over to a different camera on the same screen, it's almost like you're seeing both things at once. It's weird, and how can anybody see anything through these?
Mm-hmm. And Dr. Bartemeus Stillsworth.
Getting in and looking at these CRTs, looking at the keyboard, the security guard, he notices that despite the light coming out from all of these monitors, there's not the corresponding shadows that you'd expect. Like for the pencil cup that's on the desk, for the keyboard, for the guard himself. These screens aren't, the light coming from these screens isn't generating any shadows.
Horrifying. Chaz.
The CRTs are kind of like all around the security guard, and it appears as though the security guard is bending his neck like way to the right, like more so than you would think he should be able to do. To see one of these screens, and it's like his neck is like the flesh on it, and it's like he's like an old man. He's like an old man in like a rumpled old security guard, outfit with a hat, and his like neck is like twisted and fleshy.
And then one more detail I'm going to add in here is like you hear a drip coming because like this is also underneath where the air conditioner for the entire casino is, and so you see like a pool of condensation that has sort of turned fungal on like the ceiling tiles, and occasionally a like drop will roll down on the CRTs, and eventually like one or two TVs down it seems to go into the video itself, and you see that it leaves like a watery impression on the floor where it is in the video.
Makes for great shots, getting all this drop rolling all the way down. AK Snaps is once again in somebody's space to get cool footage.
Great. Chaz will go up to the security guard. Hey man, like, you do yoga or something? What's with your neck there?
You hear horrible grinding as he turns to face you and says, "You watch the screens all day. They watch back."
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Too much TV. When I was growing up, my mom just parked me in front of the TV. She was nowhere to be found. Hey, I hear you about too much TV. But, how come your neck does that thing? It's weird.
Do you want to do it too?
No, I'm a comedian, not a freak show. Hey, Snaps, did you hear me say that was really good zing? Did you get that? Not a comedian freak show?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, good.
Readjusting to get it again properly.
That's good. We could put that end of Act 2 at beginning of Act 3 too. That's a good line.
Roll a provoke.
Okay. 3.
You are still safe for now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Somehow I'm the most provocative character, and yet I have yet to provoke too much somehow, despite being an obvious asshole.
What is Dr. Stillsworth up to in here?
So Dr. Stillsworth, looking at these screens, is like this is gonna be one of the first areas where that's really piqued his interest, examining the CRTs, and going through and starting to kind of sidestepping the security guard. He's going to start fiddling with the settings on the CRTs, seeing how the imagery depicted on the screen doesn't change despite the input or the channel. And he's actually going to tell Jace, I want to see something. Go back to the card tables. We need to test this. We need to see just how much the cameras see.
Roll a provoke.
Ooh, that's a 6.
Yeah, you turn back to the card tables and you see yourself at the table.
Am I playing or am I looking at the camera?
All the chips that you had there at the table are taken away by the croupier, and you just look up at the camera and have 2 coins in your eyes.
Fascinating. I always hypothesized that the occult could bend space-time itself. Professors at this point is going to start snapping at Snap. Look, can you see?
I focus in the camera to try and get a better look at whatever the hell he's talking about.
Yeah.
But of course, when you try and look, it is gone.
Don't you see? We have rewritten science itself. And then looks back at the screen and it's just the regular people that we saw earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Focuses instead on the doctor's face as he realizes this, because that's a good shot.
Yeah. He's gonna kind of cough and move his collar, fidget with his glasses, and suddenly just kind of walk away real quick to try and look at the air conditioning coolant really closely. This is probably also important.
Anything else, or do we head on to the next room?
I think Jace is going to take a look at the computer and try to do something with it, just to see, because this old guy probably isn't doing shit with it, but just kind of look over and see what his options are regarding into using some elite hacker skills.
Maybe there's an old text adventure.
Yes.
On it. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can play Zork.
Roll that provoke.
Roll that for 4. 1, baby!
You try and do it, and, the keys don't press down anymore on the keyboard. You go in expecting to be and you can't, make any impression on any of them.
So, it's almost been glued shut, like it's a prop keyboard. Or not even like a sticky keyboard where it takes too long. It just doesn't move.
Yeah.
Like it's made out of wood or something. Okay.
Chaz sees that and says to Jace, Jace, have you become so much of a nerd that you can't even push the buttons on a keyboard? Is that how, weak you are? You need to get in the UFC gym, man, with me. You need to get in the UFC gym. You need to exercise, man. Seriously.
Well, you try pressing the keys then. This keyboard is really old and really acting up.
Let's see. All right. Chaz is going to try pressing the keys on the keyboard.
Roll that provoke.
A 2.
You can't press them either.
Chaz is gonna Chaz, not wanting to be embarrassed, is gonna try hitting the keys, not just pushing them, but basically slamming his fist on them.
I think at this point we've practically pushed this old man all the way away from his desk area, because Snaps is definitely getting footage of you trying to basically destroy this keyboard.
Absolutely. Can I muscle the keys to be pressed?
Roll another provoke.
A 4.
You're still not getting there.
Okay, Chaz says, yeah, see, a couple of them moved. You got that. I'm sure, Snap, you got that. Okay, let's move on.
And you all head into the former manager's office. And it is very well made. Like, the furniture here is quality furniture that somehow, unlike everything else, has held up remarkably well. What does Snap see?
I think first and foremost, Snaps definitely sees like a safe on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like up on the wall where normally there would be like a portrait or something like that covering it up.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems as though said portrait is not here, though you could still see like the outline of where it's supposed to be, exposing instead this locked safe.
And what does Dr. Bartemeus Stillsworth see?
So, the office is surprisingly in good shape. It's all well furnished. You've got your kind of a manager's desk and the carpet below it. But the last third of the office, like if you walk into the door, to the right's the desk, to the left, in the last third, the carpet stops. So you just see concrete underneath it. And there's a single metal folding chair sitting on the concrete facing the desk, very out of place with the rest of the decor.
And what about Chaz?
On the desk, there's one of those old in-box out boxes. The in-box is empty, but the outbox part is full of papers that are stained in blood.
And Jace.
So Jace immediately his mind is going off like this is an escape room, but then he remembers that, oh wait a second, we're doing a reality show. We got shit to do here. So he is he puts his deck on the desk and tries to do some divination shit, but then notices that his cards are just a little bit out of order. He's very particular about keeping everything right side up and keeping them front facing, but some of them are upside down, some of them you can see the back on the front. So he's trying to do the divination, but it's obviously something's a little bit off.
And so the feed is going live in the room now, and this is where you all need. Hey guys, there's weird stuff going on here. You should try and summon the ghost or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And then we can, use After Effects or whatever to put in the ghost. Yeah, okay, great, sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think this ghost is?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, there was that portrait of the ugly lady. Maybe there's a witch or something.
Curse to this casino, something. Setting up for some good film over in the corner of the rooms that Snaps can really capture everything that's going on in here. If we're gonna summon a ghost.
Yeah, Jace is trying to put his cards in a certain position, put him in a circle to maybe draw a little pentagram with him or something like that.
Yeah. Can you describe the occult meanings of these cards, Doctor?
Yes. This one, the large beast's head. This symbolizes the house, and he's pushing up his glasses and staring desperately at these Yu-Gi-Oh cards, trying to figure out what the hell they are. And this card, the sword, this one represents the attack, the murder of our ghost. And this one, and at this point he just disrupts the pentagram, picking up one of the cards, looking at it, and is just is this a fuzzball?
I mean, honestly, that's Karibo. I need like some early sack bait, or in case I need a chump blocker. But I mean, he's nothing special. I mean, this is
a waste of time.
No, it's not. It's about the sacrifice that's made to the elder ones.
Couldn't you pick up some tarot cards or something. Oh, God, this is so embarrassing.
What if I need a pickup game for money, man?
And as you're holding up the Karibo card, it starts to dissolve in your hand into dust.
What?
These are double sleeved.
And like even the sleeve dissolves as well, and that is when the vault in the casino starts rattling and shaking, and it flings open, and gold coins start to pour out, making this humanoid figure, and then more coins just start to readjust, and you see this like 8-foot tall woman made out of coins, and at the like as her face is being defined, you see that underneath it is this skull that becomes covered with coins to complete this illusion. And
Holy shit.
she turns at you and says, "Snake Eyes!" And you just hear over the headphones, "Get the fuck out of there."
Oh God! Oh God! It's a this rich bitch is after us. Chaz is going to. Is Chaz closest to the door, or who's closest to the door?
Who is closest to the door? Who would be putting... I feel like it would either be Chaz or it would be Snap, because Snap needed to get all this in footage.
Yeah.
Okay, Chaz is gonna push Snap aside to like leave the room.
Jesus Christ, what the hell is wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? Did you see what's in the room? Get out of here! Get out of there! Star first!
So you run out of the room. I need everybody else to roll a d6.
Okay, roll for initiative. I rolled a 6.
I got a 3.
I also rolled a 3.
So the giant golden woman, the pit boss, will say, starts turning towards you, Jace, and says, "You drew the dead man's hand!" And she is going to roll to attack you. So what is going to happen is you have the option to either lose one of your survive points, or everyone gets one free save.
You can also burn a provoke to have the monster target somebody else in the room as well.
I think what Jace is going to do is he is going to shuffle around the rest of the cards that he didn't lay out on the floor, and kind of toss them back at the ghoul as a distraction to just toss him back at the ghoul as a distraction, probably like in the direction of the doctor, to sort of direct her attention that way.
All right. So you are spending a provoke to direct it towards Doctor. So like pocket sand, but with cards, and she turns to you, Dr. Stillsworth. What are you up to?
So Dr. Stillsworth was basically trying to skirt around the desk to start making his own move out of the room, and is like watching the pit boss is just completely blindsided by this flurry of cards. And I think so, yeah, so then at that point, if it's been redirected to me, I can only take the shot. Right?
I mean, you could try and redirect it, or you can cash in a survive point, or you can use your free point. It can only be provoked once.
Once per room. And how is the ghost attacking?
Oh,
like, is it the coins?
She is reaching over to grab you with her hand made out of coins.
Yeah, I think that the doctor is going to be so thrown aback by the cards that he's going to lose all focus, and as he takes a step out and around the desk going towards the door, he's just going to walk right into the pit boss's hand.
But you do get your free negation that you can use.
I think we're going to burn this survive.
All right.
We'll hold the negation.
The group of y'all get out of the room, and you find yourselves somehow back in the security office, and all of the cameras just show shots of you dead in various ways strewn about the casino.
Oh God, I don't look. They're getting my face all wrong. The ankle's all wrong.
This is not very poggers.
I need y'all to roll 1d6 again, plus provoke.
1d6 plus provoke. Okay.
Mhm.
10.
8.
4.
I rolled a 1, so that is 3 total.
So the pit boss storms in here and says, "He's cheating the house!" And the security guard body gets up and the head just fully disconnects off of the neck, and the corpse runs to grab you, Chaz.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to use my free survive. And I've as I said, I've been going to the UFC gym, so I'm gonna like take the just instinctually, just like take the body, and just like flip him over me and like into the monitors.
And like with that, you see the body get shocked by electricity, and then a flood of water that's apparently been built up just starts pouring out.
Snap! Did you get that? Did you get me being cool?
At this point, do we really care? Let's get out of here! Also, probably!
And you head back out and you find yourselves within the slot machines, and they start to all hit jackpot as the coins come out of them and form the pit boss again. And I need provokes.
Oh, shit.
6.
7.
I also rolled a 6.
4.
So the pit boss goes back for Dr. Stillsworth and says, "Brains do nothing to combat luck." And her new form goes to grab you by your neck.
I think this is where I'm going to use my free survive to... he's going to, so like, there's the slot machines on either side, and then there's like the bench that runs in the middle, people sit on, and so he's going to kind of drop and roll underneath the bench to get to the other side, skirt out and around to evade the pit boss.
And as you all are running through the slot machines, you quickly notice that the portrait has been moved, and as you run out of it, the ghostly image of the old woman goes and grabs all of you. I realize that this is where putting in more rooms, like we would have had we had more time for this, would come in handy. So I'm just going to double up on some of these.
Ooh,
So,
Makes sense.
I need provokes from everybody again.
5.
6.
I rolled and it's you roll d6 plus provoke or just provoke?
D6 plus provoke.
Okay, I rolled a 2.
Ooh, plus provoke. 7.
So, Snap, the woman in the painting, just silently lunges at you.
Oh my god. I feel like Snap's just I'm gonna burn my one of my survives. I guess my free survive, that's fine. And in very similar fashion, just like drop and roll under. And just try to keep making my way back to the front of this place to get out.
All while holding the camera, with the camera still on.
Yeah, which is impressive. I'm sure that the footage is buck wild at this point, but at this right now, I need to survive if I'm going to show this footage to anyone.
Is the director motion sick yet? Watching the monitors?
You're running past that initial batch of machines, and limbs start pouring out of them. They start reassembling themselves into shambling undead zombies, and you see they're all dressed very much as if these are the bodies of people who tried to cheat the casino and were put into the machines to run them off of their luck to make sure no one else could win.
Oh my god.
I need provokes.
7.
5.
4.
3.
Dr. Stillsworth.
So as they're coming through, right? So we're still running through this batch, and these zombies start crawling. Are they just like the slot machines turning into the zombies, or are the zombies coming out of like the dispensing? Like
the limbs are being dispensed out, and then they're reconstructing themselves.
So Dr. Silver's going to like watching this and is just going to kind of just like curious how curious that is. Someone should really figure out how these work. And is going to shove Jace in the direction of the closest slot machine zombie.
So you are burning your use of a provoke.
I am.
So, Jace, you're getting Professor pushed for tenure.
All right. Fair. I do have a free survive, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna use it now. I am going to whip out a card out of my deck, one of the cards I still have on me,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, I keep that thing on me, and then I whip out a counter spell,
Mm-hmm.
and the zombie that's it's within 2 seconds of grabbing Jace, and then he whips out the counter spell, and then the coins just fall on the floor. And then he just keeps running out to the exit.
So you're continuing on through the pit, and all of you notice that the stains, that deep maroon stain, seems to have spread out across the floor, and it looks wrong. And like you all briefly like touch a foot to it, and it is sticky, full on. Like if you aren't careful where you're stepping, you are going to be stuck in here forever as the pit boss like crashes through the machines, and like the first pit boss meets up with the one that came out of the casino machines, and so now there's this like 16-foot tall woman whose head is just like breaking through the ceiling as she chases after you. I need provokes.
All right.
3.
5.
5.
3.
Jace and Chaz, you both got 5s?
Yeah.
There's a rule about ties, I think.
Yes, there is. How do you both work together to avoid dying here?
Oh, how about this? How about Chaz grabs the Yu-Gi-Oh cards from your hands and like uses them to like create a bridge like over the sticky blood,
Mm-hmm.
so that like we can like walk across it. What do you think of that?
Yeah, that works pretty good. Jace laments the fact that he's like, I can just buy new cards. It's fine. I'll make it up in Twitch subscriptions.
I don't care. he just throws down the cards so that as creating a bridge that they can walk across.
And as you all are moving through, the smoky air has like started to turn into almost a fog, and the dealers start to all look up coins over their eyes and start to shamble over the tables, looking to try and grab you and hold you down for the pit boss. Provokes!
8.
Oh,
5.
10.
It is a 4.
Chaz?
Yeah,
They're coming to get you.
absolutely. Yeah, they're crawling all over me. And what I do, I still have some of the cards left from doing from taking them and dealing the bridge, and I like start flinging the cards in Jace's direction because they're dealers, so they're going to be naturally attracted to cards and moving cards. So I'm using a provoke to throw it over to Jace.
So, Jace, like some of these cards start hitting you as you're trying to get through. And how do you get out of this?
Oh boy, I lost my free survive.
Yeah, so you just have your 3 survive points.
So I can either burn a survive I can either burn one of those points, or I have to roll.
Is there a roll option?
No, I believe you just lose a point of survive.
Yeah, I don't think you have a choice here.
Yeah.
I gotta burn the survive point. So so instead, like as the cards hit my face and I'm shoving what I can grab in my pockets, I grab a bunch of I grab a deck of cards off one of the tables as I'm running, and I just kind of like shuffle them all across the floor so that the dealer zombies slip and fall on them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like just this flurry of cards comes up in the air, and it's like, how's about a game of 52 pickup?
And that is when your security guard streaming friend appears and says, I'm here, live, come at your boy, Poggers. And you see that he has become a withered person like everybody else in this casino and is charging at y'all. Provokes.
Oh my god. Twitch zombie, no.
3.
5.
6.
Is a 4.
So I believe this is the end of Dr. Bartemeus Stillsworth.
I think so as well.
Well, wait, he could provoke though, couldn't he?
No, because you can only provoke one once per room.
Oh, once per. Oh, in the whole room.
Yeah.
Oh,
shoot. You're like avoiding the sticky spots on the floor, avoiding the dealer zombies. Like, just this is not the specialty of the disgraced academic. And so as he's running this Twitch security guard, yelling out as he charges, and he just like stops, and he's just like, Poggers? And then, like, that's the last thing that Dr. Bartemeus Stillsworth says before the security guard gets a hold of him.
You just get, like, slammed into the ground, and we see, like, your body get shot back towards the pit boss like it's a shuffleboard disc, and, like, you pass through the pit boss's coins, and on the other end, you're just, like, a old corpse with 2 coins over your eyes and your arms folded. R.I.P.
Chaz freaks out. It's like, oh god, why couldn't it have been Jace? Oh god.
Oh my god, he's dead.
Jace, upon hearing that comment, goes to Chaz, and it's like, to think I defended you on Twitter when you got that neo-Nazi on your podcast.
Look, freedom of speech. I was just asking questions about what if Hitler had some cool ideas. I didn't say he did. I was just asking what if he could have. What if he might have?
What if Hitler took DMT? That's crazy.
And so as you are going through, you're back to the beginning, and all of a sudden, like, all the sirens from the slot machines start to go off, sort of sending you all into this dizzying, maddening chaos.
Fuck, oh shit.
I need provokes from those who are alive, and Dr. Bartemeus Stillsworth has one use of canceling another person's provoke, but you are in a new room.
Revenge.
4.
8.
That is a 6.
All right. So, Chaz,
Yeah.
you are losing your shit in this. You can use another provoke now.
Oh god, what am I on? Chaz, like, so it's just like a weird room, right?
You're like in this weird space where the noise is just like so much sonic dissonance hitting you.
Yeah.
It's like overwhelming your senses.
Oh, but I imagine that Snap, being a camera person who is probably also running sound, probably has like headphones on, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my provoke, and I'm going to like take Snaps's headphones. Like, I'm just going to grab them and like put them on me to like try to block out the sound.
Is this this is the provoke?
Yes.
That I can
Yes.
negate, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
For the revenge.
Uh-huh.
You good?
Yeah, I think so. I think the zombie, the professor formerly known as Dr. Stillsworth is going to like be there and catch Chaz's hands as he reaches out for the headphones. And there's just this like zombie groan of "Don't platform Nazis." And
And so, like, yeah, he's Chaz is like, his like ears are bleeding, and like he is like, his eyes are like bugging out, but he like turns to camera, and in his final breath, he was like, "I told you that all world leaders are secretly ghosts piloting flesh puppets. I said that on my podcast, and you canceled me. Ah!
And I think the pit boss just pulls you in through one side of her body, and then on the other side, your old desiccated corpse comes out, and you just get tossed onto a slot machine. All right. So, our two remaining players, you have come up against a wall of just brochures. And instead of being like sights to see, these are all funeral brochures and like coffins and like what to do when someone you love dies. And they start like chucking themselves out at you, creating this whirlwind of murder brochures.
Oh god, oh god.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh, I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 1, so that's a 3 for me.
All right, so Jace, you have the opportunity to use your last provoke, or you have a survive you can burn.
Wait, I have a. I thought I needed at least one provoke. Oh, okay. I can burn a provoke.
Yeah, how does that work if because I tried to do it, but it didn't, but it was canceled. So I guess there still must be one in the room, right?
Oh, you have 3 provokes. If you burn your last provoke, you succumb to exhaustion. You are tiresome to be around. So, okay, you need that last provoke point to stay alive. So I think you just need to burn a survive here.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn the survive, and I'm gonna put Jace puts both of his forearms up in front of his face because one time he like slipped and fell into a box of commons and uncommons, which is how they measure rarity in Yu-Gi-Oh, a game I know a lot about, and like ended up with wicked bad paper cuts. So like he's developed a resistance to them.
There.
It's a resistance to paper cuts.
And so you make your way through this whirlwind of brochures, and at the end, you have the concierge desk somehow facing the two of you, and that rat hole suddenly gets bigger, and you see the old woman, now this horrifying rat hybrid creature crawling out, and she dives towards y'all. Final provoke rolls.
Good numbers, good numbers. 5.
So that is also a 5.
So, how do y'all both save each other and get out of here?
I feel like Snap, seeing that it's coming directly at us, lifts the camera up and using the portable lighting thing in order to, that they would have used should this whole thing had taken place in a much darker space, and set it to wildly flash at the rat to try and dissuade it from coming at us.
And the rat just collapses into a seizure, and you run out into the hot desert air where the show van is. And the director's like, you all made it out. There's just one thing we have to do.
What's that?
What the fuck else is there?
And he takes the camera. So what did you all learn today?
Don't be on a fucking ghost show?
You gotta know when to hold up. Know when to fold up. Take your cards and walk away.
And like as this is like showing up on people's screens at home, there's just an in memoriam.
Yeah, the Chaz's like in memoriam picture is like it's like him with like pounding a protein shake, but while looking at the camera, but like the protein shake is like coming out of his mouth, and he's just like giving like a big like angry thumbs up and like angry smile to the camera.
We definitely took it off of your Instagram.
Yes. It was the most liked post on his Instagram.
And yeah, so that is the game. So I will note here, one of the pages from the book was missing. So that is why we did not do one of the earlier commercial breaks. And
Luke, do you think it was... Oh, I was going to ask Luke, do you think it was missing as an accident, or do you think it was missing because of ghosts?
I think it was an accident.
Oh, okay.
But I also think that we all had a good time playing this game as it was.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I really liked how it sort of naturally developed out. And like I said, when this comes out, assuming that the crowdfunding is live, we'll have a link to that. And then once the game is available for purchase, I will also have a link for that. Once again, this game is Killer Ratings by Ken Lowry. That is being released via Bannerless Games. You can follow Ken at Ken Lowry, KenLowwery, on Twitter. And now we are going to head on to credits. Yeah, I, Luke, your Game Master, can be found on Twitter at Coltreg. That's KOLTREG. I have a bunch of podcasts that are wrapped up, but also, like, the Exiled Annual is coming up soon. I did a Fallout Columbus set podcast where it sounds like that is also going to get a New Game Plus style sequel to it. And, follow me on Twitter at Coltreg and check out all the shit that I do.
I'm Madison Ive. You can find me on Twitter at QuipsterRikuru, Rikuru spelled Rikuru, and pretty much everything I do will be linked through there. So, it's a hub of sorts. Have fun.
I've been Eric, a.k.a. Rhythm Bastard. You can find me on my website, rhythmbastard.rocks. Rock so hard I had to put it in the URL. You can also support me monthly by going to my Patreon at patreon.com/rhythmbastard. I record new music, I record covers, and hopefully a visual novel that's going to act as sort of a prequel to this little campaign we've been doing.
Woo-hoo.
You can also support me by going to my Bandcamp page at rhythmbastard.bandcamp.com or on my Threadless store at shop.rhythmbastard.rocks.
Yeah, so you can find me. I stream Magic the Gathering as a part of the CNC Power Hour over on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/CNC Power Hour. And you can also find me playing D&D Magic the Gathering campaign that takes place on Theros every other week over Mondays at the Venture Maidens Twitch channel, twitch.tv/The Venture Maidens. Thank you so much for having me on. This was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed this story.
Thanks so much for having me. Well, I'm Jeffrey Golden, and you can find me on Twitter at Jeffrey Golden. That's GEOFFREY, like the giraffe, and GOLDEN, like the color. You can also find my newsletter, Adventure Snack, at adventuresnack.com. Every month I send out 2 choose your own path adventure games via email, and they're funny and short, and you can play them on your lunch break. So that address again is adventuresnack.com.
Keep an eye out, keep healthy, keep safe, keep happy as much as possible, and thank you for listening. Catch you on the flip mode.
Bye.
Bye.